Pantheon AI presents Understanding LLMs, a Beginner's Guide. Welcome to Tech Talks for Beginners. We're all about breaking down those complex tech concepts into insights that, honestly, anyone can understand.
Absolutely. And today we're diving headfirst into something super fascinating. Large language models, or LLMs. Whether you're totally new to tech or just, curious about how these things actually work, we've got you covered.
Yeah, LLMs are essentially a type of artificial intelligence. Their main gig? To understand and then generate human language.
It's pretty wild when you think about it. Imagine trying to teach a computer the real nuances of language, almost like teaching a child how to read and write. That's what LLMs do. They're trained using these absolutely massive amounts of text data, learning from everything they read to predict and produce text that sounds incredibly natural.
Right, so they're basically fed tons and tons of text data, from books to entire websites. It's like immersing someone in a new language by surrounding them with native speakers and literature, right? The more they read, the better they get at understanding context and nuance.
Exactly. But how does that even work under the hood? Like, what's actually going on in there?
Good question. At their core, LLMs use something called neural networks. These are algorithms, but they're actually inspired by the human brain. They're designed to analyze patterns in data.
So it's kind of like a giant puzzle then, where the model learns to predict the next piece based on the pieces around it?
Precisely. If you see the words once upon a time, you automatically expect a fairy tale to follow, right? LLMs make similar predictions, but based on all that training data.
That makes so much sense. And I've heard the term transformers thrown around a lot when talking about LLMs. What are those exactly?
Transformers are a crucial component. They're a specific type of neural network architecture that's just fantastic at processing sequential data, like text. What makes them so special is they allow the models to focus on different parts of text data simultaneously, which makes them super efficient.
So it's like, if you're reading a book, a transformer lets the LLM understand the whole story by looking at any page, not just reading it line by line? That's really efficient.
That's a great way to put it. And when we talk about LLMs, probably the most famous one is GPT, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer.
Oh, GPT. It's like having a conversation with a friend who's read every single book in the library. It can write essays, answer questions, even create poetry. It's pretty mind-blowing what it can do.
It really is. But, and this is a really important point, while LLMs are incredibly powerful, they don't understand language in the same way humans do. They don't have beliefs or feelings.
That's key, isn't it? They're not thinking or feeling. They're just predicting what word might come next based on all that training data. It's pattern recognition on a massive scale.
Exactly. So why are these things so important then? Like, how do they impact our everyday lives?
Well, they're everywhere. They power those chatbots we interact with. They improve our search engines, and they even help with translations. Businesses use them for customer service, and creatives are using them to brainstorm new ideas. The potential applications are just vast, and honestly, they're evolving all the time.
It's incredible to think about. But of course, nothing's perfect. What are some of the limitations or challenges with LLMs right now?
That's a really good question. For one, they require immense computational resources and energy for training. I mean, we're talking about huge data centers. That makes them really expensive to develop.
And they're only as good as the data they're trained on, right? So if that training data has biases, the outputs could be biased too. That's why there's so much ongoing research focused on making these models more efficient and, crucially, more ethically sound.
Absolutely. It's a field that's still growing and improving rapidly, but for beginners, hopefully, this gives you a much clearer picture of what LLMs are and why they're such a big deal. Pantheon AI, your information co-pilot.
Because learning shouldn't feel like a full-time job. Take care and see you next time.